You never knew what kind of a mood he was going to be in. Was he going to be in a good mood? Was he going to be in a PO'd mood? You know, he just wasn't an easy guy to work with. I mean, for me anyway. And I'm not, obvious, bro, he's no longer with us. I'm not saying anything bad about him. He was you just never knew what you were going to get.
All right, so we have predictions for SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off with LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul is in the top 5, I believe, 5 or 4 wrestlers in the WWE with U.S. title reigns ever. And I think he's in the top 7 of U.S. champions of all time now. Over 260 days as U.S. champion. You know how many title defenses he's had?
How many? 3. 2. Okay. Yeah.
SummerSlam would be 3. So he's had 3 title defenses in about 9 months' time. So, but he's in the top of all time. If you were back in the day, how serious was Vince McMahon about booking title defenses or defending the title? Because back in the day there was every like a 30-day rule.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, you had to defend it every 30 days. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
How would Vince feel about one person having only 3 title defenses?
Nah, that wouldn't happen, bro. Like that wouldn't. I think we were pretty much sticking to the 30-day rule, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
Who you got winning?
Bro, you got to keep the title on Logan Paul.
You think so?
I think so, bro. I mean, he's really the only heel with real heat. Mm-hmm. I would definitely, you need the crossover, bro. I would definitely keep the belt on him.
That's interesting, man, because you'd think the payoff of the LA Knight hype, although WWE definitely didn't pay that off, would be him winning the U.S. title. But I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Paul wins the title, and maybe you have Bash at Berlin in late August, and so maybe the foreign pay-per-view, they oftentimes book that as like a glorified house show. So maybe LA Knight takes the win from Logan Paul in Berlin.
Bro, why are you gonna take the belt off Logan Paul? As long as LA Knight does his shtick and the LA Knight gimmick, he's gonna be over and he's gonna be fine. Why would you put a belt on him?
I think he's cooled off so much, man.
Yeah.
I think LA Knight is. I think the hype. Because I remember last year when I did media at SummerSlam, when I was walking around, there were LA Knight shirts everywhere. Like everybody had different variations of LA Knight shirts. He was one of the hottest names in all of the WWE. And I remember when he won, like they did like a Slim Jim Battle Royal just to put Slim Jim over. He won the Battle Royal, and there was so much momentum. And in the post show, he was talking about how things are going to be better, and he's got the momentum and everything. And I mean, people were saying Royal Rumble win, Elimination Chamber win. Like he had a whole lot of momentum. Man, what a difference a year makes. Why do you think WWE dropped the ball on him when he was having that organic momentum, man?
I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm looking something up, Chris. It's not that I'm not paying attention. Okay, here we go. 82.
Check out BrainBuster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
Bro, here I'll give you 2 reasons. Okay, bro. Number 1 reason, 42 years old.
Yes.
Number 2 reason, bro, he from everything I read and understand and people that know him, etc., he's not the company kiss your backside guy. No. He is not that. He is not the fall in line guy. No. And bro, they don't like that type of individual, and that's why he's probably hit a wall.
Yeah.
And that's why I would be very, very surprised if they took the belt off Logan Paul and put it on him.
That's interesting. Yeah, that may have been holding him back, man. Because you're right. Because a friend of mine used to be a roommate of his, and he he's told me a lot about how he is nice guy, but he marches to the beat of his own drum. He's not a yes man. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you WWE likes those company guy. They like the yes man. They like the yes or no sirs. They like the company guys because they can just kind of move them and shake, direct them wherever they want. Yeah, we want you to do a house show. We want you to do a loop. We want you to feud with this guy. We want you to lose this time at this time to lead up to this match. And they'll say, yeah, instead of not focus on their gimmick and be like, no, why do you want me to lose to this person right before the pay-per-view? That doesn't make sense to me.
Bro, it's funny because, bro, if you're like a Kevin Nash or if you're like a Scott Hall, who's very much that way, they were not, kiss butt company guys. They weren't. But bro, because they had that presence and persona, you weren't going to screw with them.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, bro, you were intimidated by them. LA Knight does not fall in that category.
Yeah.
So, you can get away with that, bro, if you're a Kevin Nash and nobody, you're 6'12", 7 foot, whatever Kevin is, and nobody wants to F with you. And LA Knight ain't going to get away with that, bro. No. So it really just depends. And I think those are the two things where he's probably reached his peak.
Yeah. Quick sidebar. You worked with Scott Hall quite a bit. Why do you think Scott Hall was never world champion in any major promotion?
Bro, I listen, Scott never made your job easy. He never made your job easy. Like, bro, it's like he was just always screwing with you. You know what I mean? He never made your job. He was very, very, very hard to work with. You never knew what kind of a mood he was going to be in. Was he going to be in a good mood? Was he going to be in a PO'd mood? He just wasn't an easy guy to work with. I mean, for me anyway. And I'm not, obvious, bro, he's no longer with us. I'm not saying anything bad about him. He was you just never knew what you were going to get. Gotcha. Let me put it to you that way. You just never knew what you were going to get.
So a company couldn't the company didn't feel comfortable with putting its company on his show.
I would think so. Yes.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. I can see why that's the
Plus,
case.
Bro, remember too, like Scott had a little bit of a checkered past too. Mm-hmm. You got to take that into consideration. I bet you that had a lot to do with it.
Sure. Really interesting. I would love sooner or later to get into that conversation with you, because I'm really big on just kind of booking the potential kind of pockets where like uncrowned world champions could have been world champions.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon, Owen Hart, Nikita Koloff, you know what I mean? Like just those uncrowned, Kurt Hennig, there's a lot of like people who were never world champions that were at that level. Jake Roberts being another one. And so, yeah, it'd be interesting to know, even from your end, if there were anybody from that list that had some discussions of being world champion, but it never executed, that the plug was never, the switch was never turned on with that, and the go ahead was never.
Yeah, because Chris, the thing is, and that's what a lot of, the wrestling media and all that stuff, bro, there's a reason for everything. There is a reason for everything. If you're wondering why this didn't happen or that didn't, there's always a reason for everything, bro.